Hello artists, it's Mrs. Jacobson here to study a famous painting called Starry Night and to create our own. You are going to need a piece of paper, it could be blue or white, and some crayons, or you could also use oil pastels or chalk. Let's take a look at some work by Vincent van Gogh. Here is a self-portrait he made of himself. He was born in the year 1853 and died in 1890. Look at all the bright, warm colors that he used in his sunflowers that he painted in 1888. He also painted Cafe Terrace at Night in 1888. Look at the beautiful yellow against the bright blue sky. I admire the swirls of white and blue in the sky and the greens in the cypress trees in the field of wheat. Van Gogh only sold one painting his entire life, and now his paintings are some of the most expensive and famous in the world. They go for millions of dollars. This painting, called Starry Night, with the intense color in the sky, is the one that we are going to create today. Van Gogh painted this one in 1889, full of bright colors and emotion. Begin by drawing the top of a cypress tree. I used brown and used triangle shapes for my cypress tree, but you could also use green or black or another dark color. Next, add a blue wavy horizon line near the middle of your paper. Now, using an orange crayon, draw the letter C up in the air. Then, draw a smaller C inside of it. This is going to be the moon. Now, add a few stars up in the sky. Just use an orange crayon and use a dot for the stars. Next, switch to white and make a large spiral line with the white. Continue to make 2 of them. Now add a yellow wavy line above the blue one. Also use the yellow to make more spirals or circles around each of the orange stars. Also, use the yellow to go around the sun to make it look like it's glowing moonlight. Remember, yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can use different colors or different materials if you choose to. Now I'm going to add some more white lines into the sky. This is going to look like clouds swirling in the air. Instead of coloring in the sky, I'm using these lines to color it in that I noticed Van Gogh used little brush strokes in his Starry Night painting too. Now yours doesn't have to look exactly like his. We're simply using his for inspiration, but you can change it in any way that you want. Don't forget to color in the moon, and I colored mine in orange and then I mixed some yellow in to make my own yellow orange. Now add in a little town. You could add houses, barns, fences, churches, any type of buildings or paths in the little city or town. I just used a brown crayon for adding in most of my buildings, but you can make your buildings or town whatever color you would like, and you can add any details to yours. Maybe a little river, people, animals, whatever you would like to add as your details. I'm simply using many rectangles, squares, and then triangles on the top for the rooftop. But you can use a variety of different shapes in your houses. Next, I added in some little bushes and shrubbery next to my cypress trees. I added green and colored my cypress trees in green, and I used spiral lines for the little bushes next to it. Now I'm going to color some of the areas in. But instead of coloring it in solid, I'm just using little lines to add some more color into the sky. So I started with yellow, I added more circle lines around the stars, and I added more spiral lines in the sky with the yellow. Next, I colored in the fields of wheat yellow, but you can use whatever style and whatever color you want to color in yours with. I really liked the touch of silver that I added into the sky and in some of the land too. You can try different colors. Maybe you have a gold or a silver you want to try and adding in, or whatever colors you think would look good in the sky or in the land. I used the silver color throughout. I even used it in the trees and in the land. And I thought it added a dusky dark look to it, like it was nightfall, but the moonlight was still shining on things. Here's how it looked once I added the silver. You could also use a gray, a white, or even a black to add the same effect. And then here's how the town looked after I colored it in. And I even used a lot of yellow in the windows to make it look like light was shining out. Finally, I added a dark blue. This dark blue was a color that Van Gogh loved to use in his paintings, a lot of different ones, and I really like the touch of dark blue that I'm adding into the land now. It would also look good if you used a mix of light blue and dark blue. I always like using two hues of a color to give it more of a 3D dimension. Now I'm adding a green crayon into the land and into the trees. Try mixing a few different colors together and see which ones you like. I like the mix of blue, green, and gray in the land. Finally, I'm going to add some of this dark blue into the sky. I'm again just using these little lines in the sky that I noticed Van Gogh used in his paintings. I really like the touch of dark blue that it adds to the sky. It makes it look like a more realistic nighttime sky. I really enjoyed studying Van Gogh's bright paintings like Starry Night and using it as an inspiration to make my own artwork. I hope that you really enjoyed it too, and you can also look at other artists as role models for your artwork as well. Enjoy!